What's up, everybody? Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel from this lovely room from the south of Italy with 35 degrees in the shadow. My armpits are singing so well now they could almost exchange for Pavarotti CDs. Almost. I don't know what I just said there. What I was trying to say is that it's hot, all right? So some neurosis could happen. Some synapses could misfires. Okay? I need more water and shadow, but also we need more unsealed document which were provided so kindly by the Court of Virginia. We all made a pool of donations thanks to Andrea. And now we are going through the juicy bits, and juicy bits, very, very juicy indeed. So now it's probably the third month we are deep into this, and it's really fascinating how it keeps on giving, especially with this new email sharing and stuff. It's actually pretty insane. And if somebody had any doubt before, now it seems absolutely, certain, even though Johnny Depp already won on 3 counts. But all of those new evidence, which, by the way, are already being misrepresented by some of the mainstream medias, but that's why we are here. That's why we work at noon in the heat while sweating, because you got to tell the truth. And also, if I was walking outside, frankly, we will be dying. All right. So, anyway, let's go together listening, not listening, you listening, I'm reading this exchange um, in regard of the cameras in the court, and also um, which one should be allowed to be filmed or not. And I suppose you already have some idea what is happening right there. So this following, Chief Judge Azzacarte decision to allow a pool camera in the courtroom for the trial, and a request that we send any suggested restriction to you within the next 2 weeks. Our suggestions are as follow. The camera should be in a stationary position such that there is no risk of accidentally capturing any juror. The court should explicitly prohibit any filming or tweeting or smartphones or any other devices by anyone in the courtrooms. The court control whether there is a filming within the courthouse. We strongly recommend the court prohibit any filming within the courthouse other than the camera that will be used for the pool inside the courtroom. This will also minimize the risk of any jurors being captured. I agree. Voir dire should not be included in this filming to protect their juror. If the court is inclined to include the questions, at least exclude the answer or any risk of filming the jurors or their voices. Testimony with respect to the underlying facts relying to the sexual allegation, including sexual as well as any arguments about the specific testimony. Not the fact of the allegations of v, but the underlying facts should not be included in the filming, and we would ask to close the courtroom for this testimony. Close the courtroom for this testimony. Remember that. When the counsel planned to raise the topics behind simply the allegation of v or illicit testimony, they should first ask to approach the bench so the court can take the appropriate step to protect, the sound and so on and so forth. So this email is very interesting between Ben Cho, we like Cho. Dear Sammy, Mr. Depp opposes certain of Miss H proposed restriction and may a few of his own to recommend. Did I just say it? Well, he's recommending something of his own. I get there. It's work. As to the former, Mr. Depp strongly object, for example, to Miss H proposed number 5, which is a classic case of Miss H wanting to have her cake, eat it too. I love this. Wanting to have her cake and eat it too. Classic case. We believe that Miss H, her allegations are outrageously false and physically impossible, since one allegedly occurred after Miss H had severed the top of his finger with a broken, yeah, we know that, the vodka incident, Her testimony shifted dramatically as to timing, and even the court in the UK dismissed one of them out of hand. Miss H is proposing that cameras captured the fact of her scandalous allegation, which her counsel has improperly leaked to the press in violation of the stipulated amended protective order, but omit the patently false fact which will show the world how absurd her claims are. That is neither fair nor appropriate. So, wow, I just want to say she wanted to be seen like somebody great. Her name was Camille, and her name is Camille Vasquez. Said, you wanted to appear like the noble victim of DV. And here we go, right there, already preparing the terrain and to soil to be seen as this heroic victim. Look, I can talk about those allegations, but he may not, because I have to talk and we have to censor him. Only my side, not this side, be seen ever. So this type of email really clarifies a lot of stuff, honestly. Really, again, you see the motives, you see the techniques, you see the behind the scenes, and then you ask yourself questions and you go like, do you really think that we are that stupid? Eh? Even though it's warm and our brains perhaps are going a little slower, do you really think that we don't get there? Eh? Outrageous. And I have a little snippet here from this testimony here, which I find it absolutely frightening, because you really realize that in fact her diagnoses were already in place, but there was one word that I did not see mentioned, which really scared me when I read it here, because if there is any shadow of, let's say, accuracy in this statement by JD, which probably were given, they made up this mind through the diagnosis of Dr. Keeper, then now I'm scared. Look at this. Fundamentally, the sign that Miss H began to demonstrate then became the full and developed aspect of her character that I came to know during the incredibly unhappy time when we were together. She is a calculating, diagnosed borderline personality. She's a sociopath. She's a narcissist, and she's completely emotionally dishonest. Jesus freaking Christ. Huh? We need a pause right there. Destroy what remained of it. Indeed, later in our relationship, we sought to help the help of a marriage counselor. The marriage counselor confirmed to me that Miss H had a borderline, toxic, narcissistic personality disorder and is a sociopath. It was further explained to me that Miss H's projection of emotion is extremely exaggerated. She will always overreact, and she simply cannot be wrong in any circumstances. She invariably accuses other people of the bad things she herself has done. The same has been said to me by my private doctor, David Keeper. So, holy smoke, that's freaking crazy. Because, you know, as many of us can feel empathy for a person that is such a, dismantled personality, so to speak, yet you have to agree that unfortunately those type of people, they're really, really, really dangerous for others, for the people which they're involved with. So obviously, I'm sure many of us feel still a sense of empathy for this human being. I'm talking of AH, despite all the heinous things that she's capable to do, because we are normal people, we feel for others which they are having a difficult time. But again, to restate what I just said, those people are dangerous for others. So um, this is this is what exactly happened to JD. He dealt with somebody that is extremely dangerous. can potentially be extremely dangerous to have an emotional, intimate relationship. And unfortunately, I think I'm not an expert, but I think those people should probably refrain from having those type of intimate romantic relationship, because the trail of distraction and damages can be like, lasting forever, and the scarring can be lasting forever. If you're a sociopath, oh my God, just run. And I say this with empathy because unfortunately there's not much you can do. So this is the case of this trial. This is the story that it's unfolding. And if anything, again, it's a human story of realizing how complicated the mind can be, and how complex the human interaction can turn. And if you don't watch out, it can turn to the tragic. Sorry. And I've said this many times before. I think that we were very few steps away from tragic, and luckily it did not happen. And we are here just going deeper, guys, also girls. But when you say guys, sometimes includes both. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I didn't make the language. Okay. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. We're going to keep covering, keep spreading the truth. Please leave a like, a comment, go watch another video. It all helps. You make this happen. You know that. I'll talk to you later. Let me know about the Italian vlogs. I'll get to it. Ciao.